Hey guys, hello, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? I'm just getting some water going. How are you tonight? So I'm just gonna make sure that I can be seen, see all the things. If you guys are on with me live, let me know, please. Hashtag live. And then also, if you can let me know if you see this on the replay as well, that would be helpful. I'm just going to make sure this is showing up in Women's Entrepreneur Network because it's where I need it to be. And then I'm going to get going. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody holding up? I had this whole thing that I was going to actually start and talk about tonight. Yeah, I think we're gonna change the direction of things a little bit tonight, and sort of deal with the topics at hand. So come on, Facebook. If Facebook could please just work for me right now, that would be fantastic. Okay, good. So let me know if you guys are on with me. Please say hello. I'd love to know that you guys are here. Quite honestly, I'm eager to connect with you guys tonight. I'm eager to know how everybody's doing. And then I've got some things I want to share as well. So hopefully this is going to be helpful for you guys. So let me know if you're on with me, and we'll get started. Hi, Maria. Hey, Jenny. How's it going? Let's sort of dive in. So I had this whole topic planned to talk about for this particular episode, and obviously, the world has changed in the past week. So kind of wanted to talk about a couple things that are happening right now. So I am going to take a look at the comments at certain times, but there's a couple things I kind of want to share with you and talk about. And so I'm going to do that for a little bit, and then I'll pop over and take a look at the comments and things. So, all right. So like I was saying, here's what I know. Here's how I know what to do in uncertain times. Okay. And like I said, I had an entirely different thing to talk about tonight. I really, really did. And so what ended up happening, obviously, is the world has changed in the past week. A lot has changed. And so I'm here to have a genuine conversation. I really want to have a genuine conversation with you guys tonight about how we can all support each other through what's going on, how I can support you from a very real and transparent aspect, and how my business is going to really shift in the next couple of weeks to make sure that everybody that I can encircle in my, in my arms virtually, that I'm going to, because this is really tough stuff. They are incredibly strange times. And I know that we all need some help. I need help. You need help. Please raise your hand if you are feeling all the things, right? And that's true. So here's what I'm here for. I want to acknowledge that what's happening right now in the world, we've got, COVID-19, we've got unprecedented closures of all sorts of things. We've had so much happening. I just want to acknowledge this is affecting everybody in the face of the planet right now, in some way, shape, or form. I don't want to get into a political discussion. I don't want to get into a blame game discussion. I don't want to have any of that. I want to create an environment where we can talk about the changes that are happening, and then I can encourage everyone to connect with each other, right? I want to connect with you. I want to stay connected with you. And I want to do our very, very best with each other to bring some light to what is obviously a really dark time. To the people who are incredibly sensitive about these topics, you're probably, you're feeling all the things. There's anxiety and worry and fear and all these things, and I'm going to talk about all of those. But let's be real, right? There's a lot of people on lockdown. There's people who were self-isolating. There's a lot of people who were scared. There's people who are tired of all the hype, if you want to call it hype. And not everyone's sure what's going to come next. We don't 100% know. But what we do know is that human beings have a huge capacity for riding out the storm. We've done this a lot, but also at the same time, we have a huge capacity for embracing others and really, really helping them. And that's my goal, okay? My absolute goal is to give you guys some love, All right. Because I know right now I need all the hugs. Okay. I need all the hugs. I need all of the back scratches. I want my hair played with like I'm in, grade 1. I want all the things right now. That's kind of just how I'm feeling. Right. So with everything that's going on, I want to know how you guys feel you can be mindful of all the changes that are happening and all the challenges with every interaction, right? Our news feeds are taken over. Our news broadcasts are taken over. Our Facebook feeds are taken over. Our emails are taken over. I've received probably 30 or 40 emails just from like CEOs of companies sending it out to their mailing list saying what's changing, right? And how they're doing things. Apple's closed all their stores. Lululemon just closed all their stores. People are going to be working online. Here's what you're struggling with right now. Or so actually, here's what I'm struggling with right now. This is how I'm feeling. And I want to share with you how I'm feeling because it's important that I'm transparent, right? I'm struggling with motivation and I'm struggling with mindset and worry and fear and anxiety. I'm struggling with fatigue and I'm struggling with a little bit of overwhelm. And I'm really good at working my way through my own mindset. But when stuff like this is happening, it feels a lot, right? It's a lot. So hands up if you're struggling with motivation or mindset or worry or fear or anxiety or fatigue or overwhelm. These are like the symptoms when our brains are in like fight or flight for a really elongated period of time. And it can play havoc on your hormones and your body and your sleep and your eating and your irritability and all these kinds of things. So hands up if any of you are sort of experiencing those. Double hands up if you're experiencing all of them. So that's how I'm feeling. And I know I'm not alone. And so I want to create a couple of really wholesome challenges. Okay. And there's a couple of things that we can all do to sort of support each other. So my first challenge is being super, super kind to each other, right? We're all at different levels of struggle with whatever. You could have your kids home from school right now. Your spouse might be one of those people who has one of those jobs where they have to go to work. Or, you might know people currently who are directly affected, are ill, are quarantined, or whatever the case. There's all different levels here. You could even be far removed, but still affected. You don't have to know anybody who's sick or have kids or have any of this directly affecting your life for you to be affected. Okay. And and it's still okay to have all the feelings, including all the overwhelm. So my first challenge is I want us as a group to come together and be kind to one another. Really, really be kind. Create space. People are going to be more and more on edge, okay, as this all goes along. And we have such a capacity for love. We have such a capacity for hope and for embracing and for love and comfort and all those things. And I want you guys to make an extra effort to be kind to one another. Okay. Really pull out what grandma used to say, like treat others how you would like to be treated. That's what I'm doing. I've gotten some snippy people coming at me at certain times lately. And I'm just like, I think, in my head, I'm like, they need a hug. They need a hug. They need, some comfort food, and they probably just need to like chill. Right. So that's the first thing. So hands up if you guys are in with being more kind to each other and creating space. Number 2 is I want for us all to realize that we're in this together. This is a global problem. This is a global thing that's happening. We're all feeling similar feelings. And I don't want us to put blame here or there. I don't want to get political. I don't want us to do that. I really just want us to understand that humans are struggling and that we can help and support each other. Then I also want to suggest that we create the space to lift each other up. So if you see somebody who's struggling or hurting, help lift them. If you're struggling or hurting, have the courage to share. Tag me. Okay. I don't care. If we're not friends on Facebook right now and you want to be friends with me on Facebook and you want my support, just go ahead and friend request me. I'll be your friend. Put a post if you want, private message me. if you need support. Okay, I will go to the ends of the earth for people that I care about. And in this particular case, I'm caring about all of you. I really want to make sure you're okay. So lift each other up. Let's do that for each other. If you can hold that capacity and you can do that for other people, then fantastic. Okay. And then I also want you guys to, if you feel okay with it, put in the comments that you're committed to doing this. All right. These 3 things, they're really easy. Being kind, recognizing that we're all in this together. We're all having the same feelings. Creating space to lift each other up, even off of social media. If you know that you've got a neighbor that's like struggling, like I've got some really older neighbors, I've got some senior neighbors. And if you can recognize that they might need some additional support, a phone call, like they might feel isolated, right? So having a phone call or, something along those lines where you can show some support and you can make sure they're okay, that would be really, really good. So here's what I see that's happening right now. And one, I see that more people are working from home, and they will be, right? For the foreseeable future, a couple of weeks, depending on where you live. And I'm in Canada. And so they're really trying to create space for the next, 2 to 3 weeks where as many people as possible are working from home. And more people want to somehow escape this isolation because we feel like we're really social creatures, right? And so it's a challenge to sort of be isolated, right? You want that contact. I mean, I was feeling that earlier on today. But there's people that are feeling isolated. And actually, very interestingly, that my partner, Jason Wheeler, who you guys know, is creating an initiative right now, which is helping with that isolation. So he's an incredibly altruistic human being, and he has a huge heart, and he wants to help. So in our Facebook group and our other Facebook group called Speaker Advantage, we actually have a initiative that Jason has created where he's going to be interviewing people. Not interviewing as in like, tell me about your business and all these kinds of things. He's going to be going for the deeper stories and helping to create connection. And he's going to go live every single day at, I think it's 1:30 in the afternoon, every single day for as long as it takes to create connection with people. And so he's just interviewing people who've put their hand up and said they want to tell their authentic story, and that they want to be seen and be heard, right? So he's creating that space, which is super, super cool. So if that's something that interests you and you would like to be part of that initiative, you can either get interviewed by Jason into our group for Speaker Advantage, and you do need to apply to be into Speaker Advantage. It's for people who are interested in online speaking and have some ability in online speaking, so you can check it out. Or you can, if you're a speaker and you want to know more about this, you can go into Speaker Advantage. And again, you have to apply to be into it. It's a free group, guys, but you just have to apply to it. But isn't that amazing? Isn't that just amazing? And, he's doing it every single day. And if you could see the calendar is just bespeckled with calls all over the place. And the amount of time and effort that's being put into this initiative just to break isolation and create, just to create a community and a space for people is fantastic. I can't even describe how much it touches my heart. It really, really does. I'm not going to cry. Okay. So the other thing is that more people are realizing they need to add an additional layer of financial security. Okay. There's going to be people as a result of this incident, like this entire thing, that are going to realize that they need to start their own business. Okay. They're going to start home-based businesses or side gigs or something where they feel like they need to add that extra layer of financial security. This kind of came, for a lot of people, it feels like it came out of left field. Between you, me, and the group, I've been keeping my eye on this since January, pretty much early January, but I could just see the writing on the wall. And, I know that this is going to create change. So there's going to be people who are looking to start online businesses. So here's my next challenge for you, okay? How can you support those in your community and your network build and establish those new businesses? Because we know that they need to do it, and we know they're going to do it, Okay. So how can you support them? So some of you might already be seeing, people going, wow, like I just saw a post 5 minutes ago before I got on. A server somewhere in the States, she's like, well, as of Monday, I don't have a job because they're closing my restaurant. That's the kind of person I would be reaching out to going, hey, what other skills do you have? And how can I support you in building your online business, right? And not trying to make money from it and not trying to get stuff from it, but just trying to support and be in there with them, right? So that would be something to look at. How can this influx of potential new business owners support your business? So take a look at the people that are now just going to be coming online and how can they support your business? So what services do you need that new people coming on board who would love to have clients might be able to help you? There's going to be people who are going to be like coming on board as brand new VAs. There's going to be people coming on board as brand new graphic designers or brand new page builders or brand new, OBMs or whatever the case is. How can we as a community support those new people, right? Because they're going to need clients and they're going to need that break. You remember that break you possibly got, or that, where somebody just said, sure, come on board and help me with my thing. And you're like, oh my God, I've never done this before, but then you help them and now you have experience, right? So how can you support those brand new people? And here's one of the things that I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm offering my time for the entire month of April. I'm actually physically going to, physically in the online space, I'm physically going into people's Facebook groups, okay, and presenting workshops on how to build an online business, how to list build, how to do all the things from a very basic level into an intermediate and advanced level, right, depending on the group and who the people are. So if you know somebody who has a Facebook group, or a podcast or a business page where my expertise could be helpful in training those people and helping those people, then connect with me, because I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. I'm doing it for free. Like, I'm not doing it for anything but to help. So if you know anybody who has a Facebook group or, a podcast or a business page, and their following might need my help in terms of list building, funnel creation, what else? Lead generation, those kinds of things, then I would love to help. That's one thing that I think is really important. The next thing is, again, we're here to kind of help each other, right? We're here to lift each other up and help each other out. This entire training was going to be about something completely different. It was going to have a call to action and all the things, just didn't feel right. So here's my challenge for myself and for you guys at the end of this. And that's to take care of yourself and those around you, right? So expand your circle virtually, right? We're doing this, social distancing thing, but online we can get really close. We can do Zoom calls, we can do phone calls, we can do lives, we can do trainings, we can do all these kinds of things. So how can you expand take care of yourself, one, but two, expand your circle and help take care of others in this time? So how can you do that? How can you continue to check in with yourself to see how you're coping, right? So that's where it's probably taking extra breaks. I've needed a couple downtime breaks where normally I can just power through. Downtime breaks are helping me. Watching something funny. Honestly, comedy is probably one of the best things we can do. The other thing is, I want you guys to not take advantage of the situation. This is not a grab and go thing, okay? This is not buying 7,500 bottles of hand sanitizer and then trying to sell them to people for $50 a pop. This is not that, okay? So please don't be that person. And then how are you going to help somebody deal with their anxiety, their fear, and their unsureness about the future, right? So look at ways that you're going to be able to support other people. And I really want to encourage you guys to create some incredible, genuine connections and conversations. So I hope this was helpful, and I'm going to take a look at the comments and see what's been going on, because I've been just talking. So Jason, thanks for being here. Jason says, please, if you're not focused on your email list at times like these, you're missing an opportunity to help them with your skills, right? So that's an incredible thing. You guys can create deeper connection through email marketing. and your social media posts, right? So there's a lot of posts like how this is affecting and what's going on and and all these things. And that's, I mean, those are great posts because they're informative, but I want you to email your list and connect. Okay, I really want you guys to email your list and connect. So Maria says, I'm committed to being kind and creating space, and I'll support. Tracy says, all the commitments and fully committed. Thank you. Allison's committed. Great. That's fantastic. Maria says, thanks for creating the space. Absolutely. I'm struggling with overwhelm too, you guys. Tracy, thanks for the virtual hug. Stephanie says, you're so awesome. I truly appreciate you and everything you offer. Thank you, Stephanie. I mean that. I really appreciate it. Allison says, I'm giving myself a break over the next couple of weeks. I've turned off automatic call booking to help manage my schedule, and my husband and son schedules are up in the air. I'm spending more time outside, away from news, reconnecting with nature, and enjoying spring. I'm focused on reconnecting or connecting with everyone online that it can help and create and keep the sense of community alive. Yeah, I love that. Self-awareness is so important more than ever. Yes, there are a lot of opportunities. There are opportunities. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there are opportunities in this new climate, but I just don't want you guys to do the take advantage thing, right? So, and I don't think anybody here really practically would, but you know, I just want to make sure that we're all sort of supporting each other in that way. Yes, only take what you need. I completely agree with that. So 2 events were canceled, spending time with family. Absolutely, right? So I'm not required to self-isolate. I'm not, but I am actually choosing to be more isolated. I'm not doing some of the stuff that I normally do, and I'm just gonna sort of keep within my little bubble, but I'm virtually gonna reach out. So if you need to connect with me, if there's something I can do to help, this is a great time. Actually, one of the people that I just started working with works in the travel industry. And so the travel industry right now is pretty quiet, but it's going to pick up again. So I'm spending time with this new client, working on some of the inside pieces of their business to make sure that they're ready when this all lifts, and it will. So this person understands that there's an opportunity right now to get connected and get ready for what's coming. Are you guys going to get connected and get ready? You know, right now there's a lot of fear and everything like that, but eventually when that subsides and we kind of get back to some sense of normal, things are going to come back in a rush, right? And how are you going to be there to support people? How are you going to be there to adjust and create opportunities for new clients? What is it that you're going to do? This is a really good time to take some stock. You know, I took a look at my email marketing today. I took a look at the podcasts I'm on. I made sure to reach out to people I haven't reached out to in several months and just said, you know, hi. Jason says there's an opportunity to help each other in so many ways. I can't even describe to you how happy I am because of what Jason's doing, the initiative that he's created within our group Speaker Advantage. It's a phenomenal thing every single day. I mean, I don't even know how many interviews you've got booked now. I think it's probably, you know, I think there's quite a bit of interest. I think there's at least, you know, gosh, if I looked at the calendar, there's so many. And there's more space to create more, right? There's space to create more. And so if that's interesting to you, if you want to connect with more people, then that would be something to take a look at. Stephanie, it's my pleasure. Stephanie's thanking me for creating a supportive Facebook Live. You know, I know I'm not the only one out there doing stuff and making comments. And like I said, this is my Sunday night platform. But it didn't feel right to not talk about this and not take care of you guys. If you know me well, you know I get a little, I love to interact with people and I love to make sure everybody's okay, right? So that's why I'm interested in doing this. Yes, Speaker Advantage. Maria, the group that Jason's doing his new initiative in is called Speaker Advantage. It's one of our Facebook groups. And you're welcome to apply and try and get in there and also speak to Jason. You can message Jason, message his business page. So Jason Wheeler, or you know, you can click on the profile in the comments here and send them a PM as well. 8 booked, Jason says, 26 to still follow up. Yeah, 8 booked interviews, which is fantastic. That's amazing. Yeah, 27. Oh, 27, Jason. Maria wants to contribute. Oh, Maria, that's so good. So good. So you guys connect and create something together. That would be really good. And show how you can support each other, right? And show how you can help other people. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. I'm not going to do a whole marketing spiel. I'm not going to like continue on with, talking about offers and things like that. But what I do want to reiterate is that I'm here to support you. Hi, Denise. How are you? I'm here to support you. So if there's any support that you need, please feel free to DM me. If there's anything, like if there's a conversation that needs to be had, how can you kind of set some stuff up for the future with what's going on? If you're just having a tough day, if you need a friend, if you need a virtual hug, then please reach out. I have a huge capacity to be able to help people and give them some compassion. So if you need that, I'm here. So thanks, guys. Really, really appreciate you being on. Be safe. Be as happy as you possibly can. Be supportive to everybody else. And thanks for listening to me tonight. Thanks for letting me talk to you about how I felt and what's been going on with me and how I can support you. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a really, really good night. Take care, guys. Bye.